All right, counterpunch boxing. Give me 5 minutes of your time. Okay, look, a lot of people out there, they're asking me why I think Kovalev won. And I'm going to give you a real quick video. I mean, literally give me 4 minutes of your time. Okay, and first of all, I'm going to get into depth. I'm going to really break it down in another video, round by round. I'm going to give you the punch counts. I mean, I'm going to give you the time that the punches were landed. I mean, I'm going to break it down like I'm talking to children. I mean, because apparently, there's grown men out there, just do not understand how Kovalev won the fight. Okay, let me start with this. The HBO and the commentators. Okay, look, and as a reporter. I'm really bothered by this. These guys are at the pinnacle of boxing. I mean, they have the biggest microphone in boxing, the loudest voice in boxing. I mean, it's HBO. When you have guys like Jim Lampley, Max Kellerman, Roy Jones, and Al Bernstein, even the guys over at Showtime, and then you got ESPN First Take. When they have a giant megaphone. It's like whatever they say kind of trickles down into the boxing community. And it's like these people take it as gospel. It's like when you wake up and watch your morning news, or when you go to church and you listen to your pastor. I mean, these people, whatever these guys say, they believe. And so yeah, I mean, I'm very disappointed that how just corrupt they've become. I mean, they have become so corrupt and just so corporate. It's obvious what they're doing. It's obvious who they're backing, and they just lie through their teeth right to your face, and they have no problem with it. None. For example, going into the final 4 rounds of the fight, Jim Lampley, quote, he said, yeah, Andre Ward's got to win all 4 rounds, to give him a shot at a decision. Yeah. Oh, and Max Kellerman is like, yeah, it's going to be tough, but he's got to pull off all 4, or at least 3 out of 4. And then what did he do? He may have won one out of 4. Okay, then the judges hand over the decision. HBO is like, well, we knew it was a tight race. We knew it was going to be real close in the final rounds. And I mean, they completely flipped. I mean, they basically threw in the verbal white towel. Going into the championship round, the 12th round, they threw in the white towel verbally, that, he's got to win all 4. Hey, it was a great try, but, he couldn't pull it off. And then they completely flipped, okay? And then you have this fucking sleazebag, grimy Max Kellerman up there trying to tell you that the sky ain't blue, okay? Trying to tell you ice water ain't cold. I mean, this guy's up there trying to tell you, that it's not a robbery. It's a controversial decision and a highly debatable, decision. I mean, come on. I mean, look, it's like when you go to court and you ran a red light and you get a ticket and you go to court and you ran that red light and the judge, he tells you, well, are you guilty or would you like to plead no contest? And, you plead no contest because you're guilty as hell. No contest means, yeah, I did it, but I'm not going to admit that I did it. Kellerman's little speech at the end was a no contest. It's like, okay, we know we're guilty as fuck right now, but we're not going to admit it. We're going to call it highly controversial. I mean, come on, people. Okay, moving on. I'm going to keep it short. Okay, everyone, even the hardcore Ward fans, I mean, they say that Kovalev dominated the first 4 rounds, and a lot of them 5, okay? We'll give them 4. Okay, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. We'll give them 4. Now, if Kovalev won round 1, 2, 3, and 4, with the knockdown, he's got 5 in the bank. Okay, I mean, this is simple math. Keep up. Okay, imagine you got 12 eggs in a basket, people, okay? And you only need 7 of them to win. You need 6 of them to have a draw. Go round 1, 2, 3, and 4, all Kovalev. Okay, and you could argue one of them Ward, okay? Rounds 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, you got to give 4 to Kovalev. With a knockdown, you have 5. Meaning, all Kovalev needed to do, All he needed to do was get one more round. One more round from all the way from round, let's see, round 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. He needed one more round to make it a draw. So you mean to tell me in the whole second half of the fight, he didn't get one round? You can't give him one round? And then I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say. Well, I didn't give Kovalev, the first 4 or 5 rounds. Okay, that's fine. But you have, which most people did. But for the people who say that they didn't, I guarantee you that you can find 5 rounds in the first 8 that you gave them. You add in the knockdown, it's a draw. I mean, look, here's all you got to do. Here's all you got to do. Out of 12 rounds, find 5 that Kovalev won. That's it, 5. And it makes it a draw. Do you understand what I'm telling you? This is why I'm pissed off. And it's not because it's not. And here's the final thing I want to talk about before I shut the video down. It has nothing to do with race, nothing to do with black or white. I forgot Andre Ward was even a black man. I thought he was like maybe Puerto Rican or something. I swear to God. I don't care about that. And you have 2 different types of people out here. You have the people that I mentioned in the beginning of the video that believe whatever the megaphone tells them to believe, whatever the idiot box at the top tells them to believe. And then you have the people that, they have their own agenda. They will fight for Andre Ward or even Kovalev. I mean, to just till their death, because it's a black thing or a white thing. It's a white guy that doesn't like black people, or it's a black guy that doesn't like white people. I mean, they make it personal. And it doesn't matter what you say, whatever facts you give them, how you break it down. There's no getting through to them. And I encourage you out there, you people, don't argue with them. When you have a guy that won't budge at all, especially, just this little, we're a 7-minute video I've given you. I've made a very powerful case for Kovalev. I've shown you the biased, corrupt media. They just make me sick. Okay, and I've also, I've given you a simple challenge, find 5 rounds that Kovalev won, or tell me that you can't. That is my challenge to you. My challenge to you is, tell me you cannot find 5 rounds that Kovalev won. I personally, whoever is out there listening right now, leave your comment below and tell me you cannot find 5 rounds for Kovalev, because if you can, the fight was a draw. And outside of round 2. Which really, no, because that was a 10-8 round. So really, that's a whole nother argument, but I don't want to confuse people out there. But that's my challenge. Tell me you cannot find 5 rounds to give to Kovalev to at least make it a draw. Look, I'm about boxing. I'm about keeping it fair and doing the right thing. And what went down over the weekend, it's what's killing boxing. You have Jim Lampley on the Fight Game talking about, Al Heyman is killing boxing, and Golden Boy not putting together Golovkin, and Canelo killing boxing. No, what is killing boxing is these corrupt commentators. And fuck the commentators. They're like a mouthpiece. All they do is just piss a bunch of people off. The judging, the actual judges. We need, I don't know who. We need some kind of sanctioning authority to come in there and look over the judges. For real. Even on the undercard, that Hooker fight, the Hooker-Perez fight. Perez totally robbed. And it's kind of ironic. Both of them fight for Rock Nation. Andre Ward and Hooker. Hooker, he got beat. I don't know if you watched the fight. Go watch the fight. Completely robbed. It was worse than the Kovalev Ward. It was like, the dude got the shit beat out of him and walked away with the win. So we need someone to look over these judges and hold them accountable. You know, hold them accountable because like I said, as a judge, you can't tell me you can't give 5 rounds to Kovalev. Like what? I don't get it. I really don't get it. But that's all I got today. I want to know what you think in the comment section below. I really do, and I want to make my point. I want to make my point one more time. I don't care who won. I don't have a horse in the race, a dog in the fight. I don't care who won. What I care about is the corruption and the injustice in boxing. I mean, look, they just took 3 belts off him, the WBA, WBO, and the IBF. They have forever ruined his legacy. He is a contender now. I mean, come on. He is a contender. The money. He might get half the money in his next 2 or 3 fights. And if you think Andre Ward is going to rematch Kovalev, come on. He's not going to rematch him because he knows he can't beat him because he knows he already lost to him. Counterpunch boxing. Leave your comment below.